Hello everyone, welcome to the next video series in the decision making tool, especially how to do data entry and how to make analysis with the support of the SPSS software. Actually, before getting to the today's topic, can you guess what would be the today's topic? Yes. If we have some symptoms, we could not immediately come for judgment, no? Even if we have cold, fever, then body pain, all these things are, if we had, obviously we will we will meet the doctor and we will confirm whether we have fever or not. So testing is important thing. Based on this, first the initial step is we have to assume something. Yes, we are having fever or not. That is to be, especially we had very good experience in the COVID phases, where if we got normal cold or normal body pain and all, immediately we will think whether we are having COVID or not. Yeah, you are right. Today's our topic is assumption. Here the respondent's opinion is about the from our retailer, mobile phone retailer. He got information from 500. This is a sample opinion given by his customers. Okay, this is all about the preferred brands and operating system. These are all the nominal data. There are two categories: preferred brand. In that, different brands are there, and in the operating system different brands are there. So both the data are nominal data. Okay, then what would be the next step? Immediately shall we go for data analytics? No. What to be done is we have to make hypothesis testing to be done. For that, we have to begin with the assumption. Yes. What could be the assumption? Actually, we have two data set. One is about the customer's preferred brand and the operating system. Then we have to start with our assumption. It is also called as significance testing. Technically, statistically, we call it as a significance testing. Okay, then there should be some quantitative statement about the population. Yes, I am having a COVID. I am not having a COVID. A particular person is having a positive COVID positive or COVID negative. So, before start test something, we should have assumption that in the statistics phases are concerned, analytics phase is concerned, we should have a quantitative statement about the population. Yes, that is called the hypothesis testing. In this, there are two types of hypothesis. Normally, before getting to the types of hypothesis, we have to aware about the hypothesis testing. To test some hypothesis about the population based on the sample which we are drawn is called the hypothesis statement. Normally, it is a qualitative statement. Both A class and B class are performing same or not performing same, or not giving the same performance. Boys and girls are preferring same model or same brand. All these things are the qualitative statements. So likewise, we have to give our hypothesis in such a way where we are going to test this hypothesis with the sample data for the entire population. This is what we are going to do. In the hypothesis, there are two types of hypothesis. One is, say for example, I want to test whether I am having COVID or not. One thing is, I am having COVID. The opposite thing is, I am not having COVID. So, likewise, in the research also, we have to formulate the hypothesis. In the analytics, we have to formulate the hypothesis. That could be the HO or H1, null hypothesis or alternate hypothesis. if there is no relationship between the two variables, obviously it is normally this is null hypothesis is a negative statement. We'll have a negative statement. Opposite to this, if we are rejecting our null hypothesis, obviously we will go with the alternate hypothesis. Yes. So here the unknown, we are going to estimate the unknown parameter of the population with the support of the sample which we are using. So the next thing we are going to see about the null and alternate hypothesis. Null hypothesis is, as I said, it's a negative statement, means there is no relationship between two variables. Obviously the alternate would be the rejection of null hypothesis, or there is a relationship between two variables. This could be the null and alternate hypothesis. The other example for this is like our alternate hypothesis is application of biofertilizer X increases the plant growth, or obviously our negative statement, that is our null hypothesis, is application of biofertilizer X do not increase the plant growth. If this is about based on the qualitative statement. Likewise, if I like to formulate my hypothesis in a mathematical terminology, obviously my null hypothesis is mu equal to 85%, mu not equal to 85%. Null hypothesis says that the average marks scored in the class A in FDA course is 85%. Is not 85%, is my alternate hypothesis. This is where we have to formulate our hypothesis. Say for example, X is doing a research or analysis in one part of the world, and Y is also formulate the same kind of problem in the other part of the world. Whomever makes the hypothesis, both the things should have the same assumption. We could not change the assumption as per our wish. That's why when we are starting our analysis, obviously we have to start with the hypothesis testing. In the hypothesis testing, the first stage is we have to formulate the null hypothesis and the alternate hypothesis. Okay. Then the null hypothesis assumes that the relationship between the two variables and it controlling one variable has no effect on the other. Relationship is different and the impact is different. Cat shows no preference for food based on the shade. Plant growth is not affected by light color. Age has no effect on musical ability. All these things are negative statement. This is an example for the null hypothesis. Then likewise, in our case, we collected the two brands, we collected the two data. One is the brand preference, the other one is the operating system that they are having. Here, our null hypothesis for our case is concerned, there is no association between the preferred mobile phone brand and the preferred mobile operating system among the respondents. This is our negative statement, that is our null hypothesis, HO. Obviously, our alternate hypothesis is there is an association between the preferred mobile phone brand and the preferred mobile operating system among the respondents. Yeah, it is super easy for us. If once we understand the concept, the formulation of hypothesis very easy. This is an assessment for you. There is a significant difference between the spending pattern of male and the female. Is it an example for alternate hypothesis? Is it true or false? If you understand the concept thoroughly, yeah, you are right, it's a false. Because null hypothesis will have a negative statement. There is no significant difference between the spending pattern of male and the female would be the correct null hypothesis. Yes, hopefully you understand the population sample, statistical inference, and how why hypothesis testing is formulated, and the types of hypothesis. With that, we are closing this session. We will meet in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you.